Okay, so because I have to end the video because of the 15-minute limitations, and also it was I have to start this video over because of the storage space. I About 3 minutes into the video, it ran out of storage space, so I kind of have to start over. Kind of I delete some of my old video to make space, and then I start this video over. Okay, so pretty much where I left off is on like I the basically the student service counselor Carlita was telling me that she'll guide me through it, and I was just saying that I felt like it is the weight of the world on me. So I was just aiming for, maybe to saying that it's all just a misunderstanding. That what if I just didn't went with Professor Alfonso Sabata and Professor Karen's Owen recommendation, never attended the Mesa Multimedia Club, I wouldn't be in that situation. So kind of like, it's just probably, say maybe a way that she probably could, relieve some of the weights that's on me, and maybe even say that I don't have to, kind of like I could walk away. So I like, in a way, walk away. I don't have to continue with being elected as club president. Kind of like, in a way, maybe something like that, maybe just wrong place at the wrong time and things like that, just like I was saying. So anyway, she told me that she'll guide me through it, and she's really sincere about everything. I could tell, like, and so I was so really thank her for really showing understanding to my situation and everything. And so and then as for the advisor of Mesa Multimedia Club, it is my professor, Professor Alfonso Savada. So so pretty much, like he's telling me that he'll also guide me through being a club president. So kind of like, in a way, I felt like I took Professor Alfonso Savada for 3 years of time, and also stay after during each class meet. So in a way, I kind of already familiar with his way of teaching the class and things like that. It's been 3 years, and also stay after each meet. So in a way that maybe with his advice could really help me out also. So kind of like, in a way, felt these lesser weights that of the world is weighting down on me. With Khalida showing these sincerity to really guide me through this process, and also advisor Alfonso Sabato also guiding me through it. So kind of like, in a way, and also it's really important. It's like that it's going to shut down slash discontinue. It's gonna blame on me. It's like, why wasn't there? Would I be elected as club president? It's like, why did I couldn't just, I have so much thing to do in my scale. Why did I show up there anyway? It's like, God, it's like, anyway, like I'm just saying, like, just doing what what's necessary, just like for the club to continue on. So, I know what it's like, have to deal with dysfunctional family arguments and abusive parent arguments and things like that, and picture getting blamed for, all those club members have to return back to their dysfunctional families and abusive parents, and it's like, so kind of in a way, so I went with being elected as club president, and felt like the world won't judge me so harshly, and like lynch me and then hang me up in the pole and everything. It's like for being elected as club president and things like that. Okay, I just have to go off topic a little bit. I just have to go back to the feedbacks and comments against me. Another feedbacks and comments against me before I continue. Okay, so pretty much it's like, probably like, saying that if I somehow fundraising enough for like $100, pay a person $100 to leave me a feedback and comment, and person would kind of like leave me, it's like, you are nobody, you are a worthless person, that's why this happened to you, you're not even worthy enough to have any attentions from anyone. You are nobody, you are worthless, that's why no one leaves you any feedback, that's why no one even care enough to come to your website, blog, or your YouTube channel, because you worthless person, you're nobody. And that, that feedback would cost me $100, it's like, so kind of like in a way, why are you trying so hard? You are nobody, you are a worthless person, why are you trying so hard? Come on, get it through your thick skull. You are nobody. You are a worthless person. Why are you trying so hard? Okay, so back to the PTTS session video on my brief summarization on my situations. Okay, so pretty much that's how I decided to go with being elected as club president of Mesa Multimedia Club. It's like, just come on. It's like, it's all what's done. I cannot go back. I can't just go back to that day when Professor Alfonso Sabata and Professor Karen Owen recommended me to go, /attend the Mesa Multimedia. I can't go back to that day and say, how about, probably just go with, probably just maybe, it's like I have a lot of things to do, I couldn't attend it, something like that. I just can't go back to that day and say that, it's already happened. So pretty much I have to go. It's already happened. I can't go back in time and change what already happened. So pretty much that's how I decided to go with being elected as club president of Mesa Multimedia Club, and endure it. maybe someone might even think is what I did is considered as an achievement, for that to happen, for the whole club to elect me as club president. Maybe one day someone might even think it is an achievement for that to happen, to a person to be elected as club president. It's like, so, like just going with enduring and, maybe some wishful thoughts is that their forgiveness and acceptance for taking on the responsibility and duty as club president and things like that, these wishful thoughts / positive thoughts is so that's how I continue serving as club president from January 2008 to December 2011. So close to the last semester, the club vice president Johnson suggested to me, it's like, I've been serving as club president for around 4 years of time, and he was telling me, maybe it's a time for him to take over as club president. So he kind of suggested that to me, and I kind of like, and I at the time I just didn't know what's the general public feedback on my position as club president, because I don't have that kind of feedback from the general public. So I felt maybe what Johnson's suggestion is like the general public suggestion, maybe something like, so I just go along with it and kind of just make the announcement that club vice president Johnson is going to take over as club president, and make that announcement, and then then afterward, so that's basically at that point it's just start feeling that it's gonna end soon anyway, like the club presidency probably like or like arguments is against club president going to start soon, or it's gonna end soon. So it felt like maybe this chance is just saying that. So pretty much so afterwards, it's constantly adversities and bad luck and adversity constantly happen to me. So which I called it, this adversity. This period of time, where adversities, where bad lucks. This period of time from January 2012 to it's January 2012 to December 2015. This period of time, I call it the double dilemma, where bad lucks and adversity constantly happening to me, and I'm struggling against it and things like that. And so I call it the double dilemma. And okay, I have to end this video because it's getting close to 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video in 3, 2, 1.